appreciate your being here and supporting the Tuscarawas County. We are very happy. You know, we're like one big family. We're a musical family here. That's what's great about this Tuscarawas County Band Preview. And Jeff, you do a great job with it. I want to thank you very much. I want to thank you very much for tolerating me, your MC, and for putting this on. And again, we want to acknowledge once again Terry Carpenter, Vice President of the Band Boosters, and her entire committee for putting this together. Now, that leads me into our next thing. We're going to have, do the official drawing here. The president of the Band Boosters, Mr. Brian Flood. And we're very happy to have Brian here with us tonight. Brian had some very serious surgery, and he's with us. And Brian, God bless you, we want to welcome you. We're glad you're here with us tonight. Let's let you do the drawing. So here we go. Get your tickets out. Oh. It should be blue, Brian. Okay, wrong blue. This is pretty tricky. You guys have different colors.
Yes.
Brian, tell us what the number is.
0581928. 0581928.
$400. What? We're going to do the number one more time. Please check your ticket. $400.
0581928.
Ah, finally, down there, we got a winner. Congratulations. Give her a nice round of applause. Make sure you report it to the IRS. All right. You had a good time tonight? It's just been a great show? Good. We thank you very much. We've had a good time putting it on for you tonight. Did you want to say something?
I got a thing you don't know about.
Oh, you got a thing you don't know about.
Gary and I, we can't come to terms about how long the Tuscarawas County Band Preview has been going on. We know it started at the county fairgrounds as the Bandorama a lot of years, and it kind of like moved to Quakers Stadium. But Gary has announced it faithfully for many, many, many years. And we really can't tell. I don't know if he just won't tell me because he doesn't want me to know. I don't know. But anyhow, in appreciation for his diligence and his commitment to us, the Band Boosters came to me a little bit earlier tonight and they're like, we want to present Gary with one of our brand new shirts. This shirt, like nobody has this. Literally, you're going to be the first person that I know that has one of these. We had it designed for our 100th anniversary, and it has 100 years marching Quakers on the front, and on the back it has all the representations of the uniforms from the colonial to the first uniform to our modern uniform, and it says Centennial because that's the name of our show this year. So we're going to present the first one to Mr. Gary Petricola. Let's give him a round of applause for helping us out.
Well, thank you very much. That's very nice. I appreciate it. Actually, I'm a 2 t-shirt winner. I got last year's tonight. Doran Witter. You may remember that name, Doran Witter. Yeah, some of you do. He used to announce the Bandorama over the Tuscarawas County Fairgrounds years ago before he moved to. Final band of the night, ladies and gentlemen, it's the New Philadelphia High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Jeff Furby. And announcing for the band tonight, Mr. Mike Exley. Mike, give him a nice round of applause.
Thank you, Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, inspired by 1980s era soul music, British music producer Mark Ronson teamed with America singer Bruno Mars. Together they created a song with a sound like the artist, again known as Prince, as well as Morris Day in the Time. Takes me back to my days in college and the movie Purple Rain. Oh, sorry. Spending 14 consecutive weeks at #1 here in the U.S., here again is Uptown Funk. Uptown Funk. You know, if you ask kids today what the 3 R's stand for, they would most likely say reduce, reuse, recycle. But people of a certain age would know that back in the early 1900s, the 3 R's stood for, what is it? Reading, writing, and arithmetic. That's right. Back then, boys could supplement their education with courses in woodworking and shop, which came to be known as industrial arts, while young ladies could focus on sewing and cooking, which came to be called home economics. It wasn't long before vocal and instrumental music were added to the curriculum, and schools were soon presenting spring concerts to showcase their students' talents. With the outbreak of World War I in Europe, an unprecedented breed of nationalism was born here in America. This strong feeling of honor and deep respect for our country was felt even among the youngest of school children. Moved by this spirit, in 1915, 1 year after the start of the war, a young music teacher at Central High School in New Philadelphia felt it was important to create a band to accompany the school children and community members as they marched to the cemetery and the Tuscarawas County Courthouse on Decoration Day. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the birth of the Marching Quaker Band. And now, 100 years later, the band, which began with 25 members, has grown to the 138 members that stands before you today. This year, our contest show celebrates our centennial and features music capturing that nationalism, honor, and respect that ignited patriotism and founded one of the early high school marching bands here in the state of Ohio. Our show begins with a small unit reminiscent of our 1915 beginnings, marching in a two-step style to Stars and Stripes. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the National March of the United States of America. Written in 1856, with lyrics added in 1861. This Civil War era hymn embodies both the turmoil and the strength of a nation torn apart and brought back together again. Ladies and gentlemen, the Battle Hymn of the Republic. This is just a very small taste of our contest show this year entitled Centennial. Join us later in the season when we break out our old colonial uniforms and tri-corner hats as we present Centennial.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Exley announcing for the New Philadelphia High School Marching Band. Give them a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you'll come back on October the 24th when we'll be holding the New Philadelphia Band competition right here in Quakers Stadium. They'll have a lot of great bands and you'll get to see that entire show that Mike was just telling you about. All right, who's here from New Philadelphia tonight? Stand up and be recognized. All right.